everyone. My name's Ed.
You suck.
The best man.
Don't be so nervous.
And for those of you who don't know me, well, you have probably never actually been to 41 Hillcrest. That's the Fisher House. I used to spend a lot of time there. Fantastic atmosphere, incredible food, and the people, well, they're like family. In high school, actually, Brian and Elaine, they would keep an eye on me while my parents were away. Brian would call up to my house as my parents were pulling out of the driveway and he'd say, "Eddie, don't screw this up." Not quite in those words. And that really made a world of difference. Also, Trevor was always there with me. My parents owe you more than they know. I really love the Fishers. And now that includes Janet Fisher. What a beautiful ceremony, and I'm honored to be the best man. Fishbone has so many lifelong friends. He really has 4 other best men up here, and even more throughout the crowd. Rich, Epps, Hoff, and Junior, and the rest of you guys, you're the best too. But I'm the best of the best. Although tonight, we all, with exception of course to the bride, pale in comparison to our breathtaking bridesmaids, Beth, Jessica, and Renee, who couldn't be here, from Australia. Oh, okay. Jessica. It's her fault. You both look stunning and beautiful. I'd like to thank Craig and Sam for mastering these ceremonies, our hosts and the great staff at Tapestry Resort, and to Brian and Elaine, Linda and Tony. You all must be overjoyed and so proud today. To the parents of the bride, Yvonne and Glenn, thank you for bringing Janet into the world to sweep fish off his feet and give him that super sweet haircut. And thanks for this very special occasion. I've actually been friends with #JanBone forever. If you don't get that reference, you're probably not on Facebook. Janet and Trevor have posted a few selfies together on Facebook. But it's pretty amazing. They get even more likes than a cat drinking out of a faucet. Thanks for making every girlfriend in the world to constantly ask, why don't we have pictures like that? Janet and I have been longtime friends. We played on Parry Sound's famous rep soccer team for a few years. And also worked down at the town docks throughout high school. Once we had a staff party. We were out on Jack's tugboat crossing the sound, and a freak thunderstorm comes up, and we're in 9-foot swells. Yes, Adrian, 9 feet. 9 foot, probably higher. Swells you could only see through the flashing of lightning. I think I can say our lives flashed before our eyes. And I'm pretty sure we both saw Trevor's face. And all of you are here tonight. Janet, you're a great friend, and you're lovely and beautiful, and the perfect bride today. Now, Fishbone. Man, this is crazy. I always thought Trevor would wear or get married in a hat. I was friends with Trevor before he was Fishbone, and I didn't give him that name, but I'm pretty sure I coined the name we all say with love, and that name is JanBone. Trev's mom babysat me since I was about 3 years old. We'd dance around the kitchen singing "Hands Up, Give Me Your Heart" by Bowland, and dig the china in the backyard. So in a way, I feel like I partly grew up at the Fisher's house. We had kind of a thing where we could go to each other's houses, walk in unannounced, and sit down to dinner, or supper. I mean, literally, any time. in many cases, in my case, many times, thanks to Elaine's cooking, and even when no one was home. No, Trev wouldn't do that. Not because he couldn't, just because he wouldn't. I can truly say that Trevor always tries to do the right thing. You may not know this because he hides it so well, but he's thoughtful and caring and highly organized and meticulous. He takes so much care. He takes care of his stuff, his family, his friends, and everything that's important to him. He's careful, I guess, is what I mean. You can imagine writing this speech and trying to come up with dirt on this guy. I mean, he does have a pretty long stream of public urination stories. He says insane, scary things when he sleeps. And he has a super weird, high-pitched snore. Once he played shot for shot with Ben, and Ben had to get an angioplasty. But for the most part, he's so careful. In grade 3 or something, out on the playground, I clearly remember begging him to finally give in and say the F word. Everyone was doing it, it was like the coolest thing. I would scream it furiously at the top of my lungs to show him how easy it was. When I think back, I realize why people walking past in the schoolyard look so concerned. I'd also force him to get off the school bus at the wrong stops when we were like 7, way across town, just so we could walk. It was for the adventure of it, you know? Those exciting, long walk adventures. I was constantly getting us into situations we shouldn't be in, and he would inevitably get us out, if it were possible. I guess you could say a lot of the time, I'd be rowing one way and he'd be rowing the other. But when we get on the same side of something, we leave everybody in our wake. Sometimes you don't know where you're headed or what you're doing, but you listen to your friends and family and you listen to your heart. And even then, you still don't know what's happening. Things occur in your life, you make sacrifices, you work hard, you change, you close your eyes and you hold on. Then, open them and realize everything's fine because you're doing it with someone you love. You're doing it together. Togetherness, man. But sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes life is crazy sometimes. Sometimes you leave the university bar in North Bay with Trev totally trashed and get into a random limousine full of people and booze. Then you ride around for hours and go down Main Street 30 times. North Bay's not huge. Show up at Epps' in the middle of the night, and while you're passing out on the couch, Fish covers you with a blanket and tells Epps there was a horrible accident and your leg's broken. Well, we got Epps pretty good. He was very upset when I showed him I was fine. Have you ever been chased around a house by a drunk, extremely pissed off, 300-pound albino gorilla monster? And then proceeds to repeatedly body slam you onto the kitchen floor? Man, I mean, why? Why do that? Where were we going? I don't know. Sometimes things happen. It's life, man. It's a journey. Sometimes you're with Trev and you wake up on Adrian's couch every weekend for like 11 straight weeks. Me and Fishbone. They were nice couches, I guess. Have you ever had a debate with your friends that spanned the better part of 2 decades? A debate about the details of a fictional alien species diet? An alien species diet? I mean, why? What are we doing? What does it eat, guys? What does it eat? We want to know, but sometimes in life, you don't get to know. You know? Sometimes you drive 7 hours to Sarnia to go to Burger King with Johnson. I mean, there's just no making sense of it all. No making sense of it. Have you ever went out to dinner and ordered so much food, everyone has to sit at their own table? Why? What's it all mean? I don't know, but we love going to Johnson's. Sometimes you're standing in line at an airport with Fish and Rich on your way to Vegas for 9 days. 9 days. Why? What? So we're standing there in the airport and Richard's so nervous for no reason at all. He's sweating and looking around and looking out the windows and twitching and like being crazy. He's taking off his belt way too soon. Way too soon. Richard, and, like me and Fish are trying to calm him down. Like, Rich, we're concerned. Put your belt back on. Richard's so nervous, we're waiting for him to come through the metal detector, and he ends up being escorted away by security.
It wasn't fun.
Because he was nervous. I mean, have you ever seen the terror in a friend's eyes? A friend that, with a heavy beard at an airport, could be taken by the TSA as a flight risk, and watched him be taken into holding for what could possibly be the rest of his life under the Patriot Act. And then, after watching him disappear, immediately turned around and walked into a Burger King. Like, what? What are we doing? Why? We left him. Where's Richard going? Who knows? Life's a journey. He's on a journey. He's on a journey. I guess what I'm really trying to say here is, I think sometimes, on a certain level, you're trying to make sense of it all. You're not sure what's happening or where you're going, and suddenly you take someone's hand, and it doesn't really matter anymore. Because whatever happens, as long as you're together, having that faith will always lead you to the right place. And who knows, that place may be Burger King. It's a beautiful journey. I'd like to make a toast to Trevor and Janet Fisher, to having great friends and finding love and having the best yet to come. I love you guys. Congratulations.
You can extend a round of applause for Bowland. Well, up next, we have Jess to offer her own words about Burger King, the TSA, and who knows what else. Maybe let's get something else.